Hey, hope you guys are having a good one. Um, I'm gonna be a bit slower and a bit quieter today. I have quite the headache, not gonna lie. And it's hard to be energetic and loud when I got a headache. It just hurts. So, I'm just gonna be doing some pretty modeling and just taking it chill. I probably won't be talking too much. So I'm just gonna make sure I got my music up. But yeah, I'm just gonna be modeling a cup, a wooden cup. Something like this. So I'll get into it. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a good one. I did take some Panadol full stream, so I'm hoping that it slows down a bit. But it is sore. I may go for like a 10-sided. Something like that should be fine. Might go 6 for this. No, I think that was a bad call. Good to play it safe with an 8. Was 8 right? Very well. Run it like that. Oh, I'll probably not stream long either, to be honest. Have faith. Trust in the process. Yeah, now we've got wooden blocks. Sorry that I'm not speaking really. Trying to manage me head being a little sore. Fucking moth on the wall. I've worked on a couple models so far. Not too many, but I feel like all the models that I am working on are pretty solid. You know what I mean? Hmm. Here we go. It also saves me having to fix that. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too sure how I want to approach some of this. I could like cut all of these, but I feel like that's not ideal. Even though technically they say it's a hardage, you should cut it. Is fine. We take that. That's fine. Me head. 1024 only for this. I need to be high. Fix this stupid. There we go. Gotta fix it, send that there. I see the issue. There we go. Not bad. Only thing is I wish that these were not around like that. That's my only aim. That I don't think is worth fixing. I'm pretty happy with this. Running 4K, what does this look like? Not bad. Okay, well, that does the job. I'll be streaming for another 30 minutes, I think. I'll do a render of this, I reckon. I think that's pretty cool.
Hold down. Oh, no. When I fall a distance. Never knowing which way's up, down. It's never what it seems when it's all I'm ever missing. And it feels as though I'm waiting. And I don't need no head in my hands.
Model comes out good there.
I think I'll find it all somewhere between the ice and fire. 'Cause it's all I'm ever thinking. And I need another savior. I don't hear anything about it right now. Take down
The smoothness, I don't understand smooth. Let me try something. Where it should be right, yeah. What is it? There you go. Not too sure. It's roughly right, but the white is not metallic, you see. Oh, I do not really understand it, really. Yeah, something's just weird about that. Oh. And they're on fucking textures. That would explain why I was so lost. Here we go. Okay, so you can go and get it. No, that does help. Oops. What's going on? What's over the shadow catcher? That's nice. Where I want to go with this. Oops. Or whatever. Oh, nah. Oh, there it is. Am I blind or something? There we go. WC4 wooden cup, not water closet, FYI. Let's see what we're working with. 960. 960 is quite a bit. Is it? $24.66. So we're working with jug, brooch, wooden cup. I almost think that's too much, you know? It being I did like 1500 maybe squared. Oops. Still quite a decent file size, but it is what it is. We fluff around. We test that. That's better, I think that's fine. Saves a lot of file size as well. Arguably it could be smaller again. I think what is it? Same thing. You'd almost get away with I didn't change that actually. Oh. Second guessing myself. Oh, I kind of want it to be 1000. The issue is it depends on what monitor you're on, you know? It's the tricky thing. So it's almost too much even for this size. It's the only reason I'm changing it. Way too big on my 1080p. Yeah, it's much better. 1080, sorry. We're looking good. 4K, it's gonna be kind of small, but it's kind of fine. Okay. Arguably, I could have added some camera stuff, but it's fine. Good jug project. Yeah, 2 of them. I don't remember how I approached that in the last one, honestly. So I think what I did, remove a shadow plane. Dory, how are you? Oh, I'm crashing right now. We're doing good, we're doing good. I'm just working on my website. So I'm just getting a couple. I remember now. I'm just trying to remember how I do stuff. It's marmoset time. I just got a couple projects that I'm trying to add up. Hell yeah. How's your day? Strange attractors. What is that? Okay. Anyway. Let's go add that little guy. Oh. I can see we've got my UVs. Been dying on your knees in pain. I feel like a geriatric. No. Oh, that's not good. Hope you're doing a bit better soon. I've had a bit of a headache, so I've just been kind of suffering in peace the last little bit. I was just working. I worked on a couple models today. When I say a couple, literally a couple, just 2. I'm adding one of them. Though arguably, I do kind of like the other one, and I could fit it in, but I'm not. Maybe I come around to it. I wouldn't mind adding a lot of these to my stuff. Jug, fixtures. Oh, I just gotta remember what one it was. Let me quickly turn wireframe off. It'll be like my roughness. Not sure what that is. Panadol spamming time. 100%. I took 2 Panadol earlier before stream. Damn, I kind of wish there was a way to like increase the contrast of this. I may have to do that in the thing itself. Oops. Let me add this. But no, I'm just adding a couple of things for my website. I used to be quite, you know, with my what do you call it? Uploading my stuff onto ArtStation. Hold on. Let me. No, I think this is fine. I'll render this and then I'll increase the contrast and something else. Do JPG, so it's a smaller file size. Sure. Book. Yeah. Alright, check this out. I used to upload my stuff onto ArtStation, but we've got a minor issue. I've got a heap of notifications. I follow a lot of people at the moment on here. Some really, really good stuff. This guy's crazy. I would check out this guy, Sheriff. You do on golly. So, like, it's kind of frustrating because okay, maybe I can't show some of these, I just realized. But on stream. But they do some really, really good figures. And it's like, okay, that's fair enough. But then they don't stop there. They're like top tier when it comes to like environmental, like texture generation. You say ArtStation? Yeah. Like, man, you cannot be like top tier at figure sculpting and then just whip out this. Turns out, I think they're like actually an environment artist, but they are just inherently really good at making humans. Let me find a PG one that is not going to get me banned. I feel like I might get in trouble. Here we go. Well, you can show guys, right? This guy's kind of crazy. Did I tell you about the mishap I had with professional practice CV? No, you did not. It's too good for this not to be a focus. It's frustrating. It's insane. This guy's just too good. It's like, no, chill, chill. You wrote as a filler? Oh no. Can I read this one? I think so, yeah. You wrote it as a filler. So I had to put. Oh no. And did you not do your. Did it link somewhere else? You wrote fart station and sketch fart. And was this for the. Was this for the assessment last year? It didn't link to anything. Fear. The teacher's like, huh? It's like, what's fart station, Dory? It's like, I don't know. Wasn't me. Oh no. Oh, that's kind of hilarious though. I can imagine Jarek just being like, not what I would recommend putting. Oh, gee, for real. Oh no. He was so confused. Was that just a autocorrect or what's going on there? Hey, what happened? When did I make this? Oh, I didn't render it. That'll explain. Yeah, no, my art station's like super out of date. Oh, I could add my normal. Why am I not doing that? Hold on. Let me cook. Oops. Oh well. Oops. Let me run that. I probably should have removed. Oh, do I? Okay, hold on. Ah, I can't be fucked fixing that stupid line. Let me quickly run a. I'm gonna want for this. Contrast. No. Shadows and highlights. I was trying to bring up, and I'm like, the sense where I cannot be bored, but maybe I do have to do like the levels. Like that. Just to make some of those details just a bit more obvious. File, export. Right, that's fine. Oh, not that size. Export. Doug. Hey, as I was saying, sorry, before I distracted myself. So this is my art station. There's like many issues. The one issue, there's such a variety of things, and two, it's like there's like a variance in terms of skills. Like I look at some of these, I have remade this katana like 3 times, arguably 4 times, but I never finished the 4th time. Because these textures are really bad. This is just like a flat color, effectively. And then some of these are just like, what even? Oh, that's a game. That's a game that I made. But some of this is like, you know, we've got just like, this was an MTV ad that I made. And then we had like this. Some like vaporwave thing. That we did back at like, oh my god, these textures are so bad. I look at this now and I'm just like, oh, this is not great. It was an assessment we had to do. What was this? I think this was an assessment that we did as well. This was a team assessment. It was like my first team assessment. I remember what I did. I think we had 3 people working on this. Yeah, I think it was 3 people. So I did the start. I made this. And this. And then we had one of our team members, Billy, made the loading screen. And I think we had a guy, Andy, make this little gameplay thing. I think. Or maybe it's just me and Billy. I remember. This was my OG starting soon screen. I forgot the plugin for this. I forgot what it's called. But this plugin I use like crazy. That's funny. But no, there's such a variance in terms of qualities and stuff like, oh, this model's not great. And the texture work and everything is like, oh, okay, buddy. But to be honest, this Obsidian wasn't the worst. It just could have been a lot better though. But then yeah, there's just such a variety. I got a bunch of like These are wallpapers that I made. Fair game, you know, something kind of cool. So we got a bunch of wallpapers. I did like this one. I remember. I was watching a tutorial on how to make like a little cityscape generator, and then I ended up doing like an animation for it. Kind of cool. A bunch of more stuff. Okay. I cannot describe to you how much this thing pains me. I worked on this. This was like following a tutorial and stuff, and then I made my own changes and stuff like that, which was fine. And then I lost the project file. I do not know where it went. It's when I swapped computers. I lost it. When I was like upgrading computers or something. Or something happened. I don't know. I just lost the file. Maybe I remake it one day. Yeah. It was painful. What do we have? We got 2D VFX. I'm not like a 2D kind of person though. Locally landscape, and then I was going into visual effects. I did a lot of visual effects stuff. Not the greatest though. Some liquid simulations and Blender. It was like the OG. What is this? Where's all my stuff gone? Yeah. I've like lost my stuff. Yeah, there we go. What else? Oh, I made a moon. I made this all by myself. That was not too bad. Space corkscrew, glowing river, some procedural stuff. Not bad. I remember this. This was for emotions. We had to do like emotions or something. That's me. That's me. Can you see the characters? These characters. Well, okay, these were for a game. I made voxel characters. That's me. I was doing some Houdini thing. We had to comp, so that was me doing some like fucking Kamehameha from Dragon Ball. I had to do facial animation, although I didn't make the character, this is just a meta rig. Facial animation. Ugh. Sticky. I got a bunch of like, oh! I was pretty happy with those. I remember making this. I was just like bored, I think, one thing. The facial animation, thank you. And I like this. I could upload this onto my website, but I didn't do much with it really. I just took 2 screenshots. Very, not like game. You know what I mean? It's just like a composite, if that makes sense. But I mean, I've only done 2 characters. I suck at characters, okay? Characters bane in my existence. Okay. Got my astronaut. Bear in mind, I do want to premise, I only added the normal maps because I would have gotten more. I got more, what do you call it? High score. I hate the fact that I added the normal maps. I only added them because I got a high score. They're like, you guys add normal maps, we'll give you a high score. I'm like, I'll take it then. And then they're like, nice normal maps. I'm like, I don't like them, but I'll take your word for it. I was going for Astroneer as a thing, like Astroneer character. So I prefer like it being flat. But I guess it adds a bit of depth. I mean, it was like when I say I was adding like the most bare bones normals, I mean it. Okay. Like, bear in mind, I want to preface, I literally just grabbed the normal map. No, the wireframe. I exported the wireframe. I sent it over to the normal map generator thing that we use. And then I just applied that. And then we got my character that I did. I don't really like him. But and then I made him bald. And it was a tricky situation. I do not like the eyebrows. I really fucked up the eyebrows, but then I feel like if I didn't add eyebrows, he's like, what happened to his eyebrows? You know what I mean? I feel like I can't go double bald. I have to give him eyebrows, but then these eyebrows look shit. I actually had better eyebrows because I sculpted the eyebrows, but then how the fuck do you texture sculpted eyebrows? I can go double build. I should have gone double build. This is my character. I mean, he's alright. I think I did, let's put it this way, heavy carrying when it came to texturing. But that's what I usually do, you know? I'm like, I'm alright at modeling, but then when it comes to texturing, I usually pull through. So I think he came out alright. We're going like relatively realistic, so I think he's alright. It's not like the most realistic character in the world, but bear in mind like we had time limitations and shit, so you know, he had the same shit to deal with. It's alright. Do that chonky ass neck. All this ages ago, and I was like, so yeah, my fucking shit. The topology is insane. I remember I cheesed the topology, not gonna lie. The head topology, I cheesed that one. The actual topology, that's a different story. That took a bit of a, that was a bit of a pain. But the head topology, that wasn't too bad. That one, I honestly kind of got lucky. That was, for the most part, a zero mesh, and then I just fixed it up. It was fine. And then these, I don't think I actually... No, I did, that's a lie. I did most of it, the original... I got the original topology in Blender. I was using an add-on for that called Retopper Flow. Holy mama. Although I've moved on to a different retopology tool now, to be honest, which is what I use for this one. Used Topogun. I bought. It's pretty good. I find Topogun's a little bit, I don't know, it's hit or miss. There's some things that it does really, really good with, and then there's some things that it's not as good with. I don't use it unless I'm doing like things. Your Topo tool? Yeah. No. I'll send you both. I'll send you both. Topogun. Topogun. You're bad at Retopper. This one's a really good one, I'll show you. So you can, I don't know how the student licenses work, to be honest. I just bought the actual thing because they do not update this that much, like if really at all. So it's kind of like it's just a what you buy once and you know that it kind of is what it is. But what are the licenses? There's no student ones, but you can. There is like a demo, I believe. So I just ended up buying this one. There's a demo, and you can use the demo forever. You just cannot save, I believe. You can like test it, if that makes sense. 100. I know. This is where most of my money goes. When I'm like poor, is like Toby spent a bit of money on some asset, on some programs. Oh, for fuck's sake, what did I send you? Not the right thing. Do not click that. Hold on, let me resend it. I sent you a link of literally nothing. And then the other one that I used, the one that I actually used for the project, which I think is fine. If you got the, I don't know if you ended up picking it up. If you got that tool set, you'd get it, but it's this Retopper Flow. I think you can technically get it for free. I can send you the actual free one. What the hell did you send me? I sent some dodgy stuff. Alpha Wolf. No. I'll send you this one. This one you can actually have for free. Let me see if I can find it. For anybody who's like, hold on and watching this. Oh, actually, hold on. I might be able to find it actually. Retopper Flow. So the thing was Retopper Flow. I don't know if they still do it, but okay, actually you can, so it's fine. I'll send this to you. So there's me. So that's the GitHub repo. I think you can just click like that and just download this. So for anybody watching, I'm not sharing dodgy stuff. But yeah, you can just click this download there and download it. It's completely free. GitLab. Technically speaking, it is like an expensive tool. Sharing malware. Technically speaking, it's an expensive malware. You can get it off GitHub for free, but it's of course, like, you can't ask for assistance. So you have any issues, you cannot ask. Like, I don't know. If you like, you can probably ask me, but you cannot ask them. They do not offer any assistance unless you pay money. So yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But this one's good. Nope. Let me see if I can find something there that I can example. If I can find a recent file. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, actually, no. I mean, this was some retopo that I was doing for a rock recently. No, not recently, but early this year. I go to my Ochita one. My clear here. So they just have a lot of tools that I like. The retopper flow is very, very similar, but it's limited in terms of only like 1,000 can be your reference mesh, or maybe less than 1,000 tries or something can be your reference. So you have to decimate it before you use it, which sucks. Whereas this is very, very good. You can run like 50 million tries and it still runs perfectly fine. This one's very, very good. You got like tubes, for example. Very, very, very good. You know, you've got a drawing thing. Really, really cool. Yeah. I can't really matter. What else? Bridge, brush tubes, extrude, slice. I mean, you got your normal stuff. Oh, this one's pretty cool. You can go like this. Okay, ignore those. Then you can go. Really cool. I don't know. This tool's really, really good. It kind of speeds up a lot of stuff. But, oh. The hell, that's awesome. Yeah, it's really, really cool. What other tools? You got a circle tool for if you're doing circles. Line it up, boom, circle. So that's really, really good. Of course, you got all these controls and stuff, but I've saved it, so like, I think, yeah, you can kind of change it to whatever. An 8-sided, 0 steps. Oops. There you go. Kind of good. What else? Shell. I don't understand shell. I gotta keep it real. I do not understand it. Oh, wait, I know shell. Yeah. It extrudes it if you need an extrusion. That tool is a 50-50, okay? I don't really like it, but it's alright. Patch is pretty good. This one's very, very actually good. Oh, I forgot how to change it as you go. There is a way to change it as you go. I just cannot remember it. Off mode? I mean, this one's pretty good. It's really good when you're doing like your head. Last one. If I remember the keybinds, I'd be able to show you a better one. I haven't used it in a minute because it's not so good anyway. Yes, because I think it's really, really good for organic stuff, like stuff that you'd do. Yeah. But it's not really the stuff that I do, to be honest. I'm not organic too much. But when it comes to organic and stuff, it is like a game changer. which is why I got it. But it doesn't really suit the workflow that I use for normal models. I am like crazy. Let me see if I can find my Jug AO. Where did I upload it? Okay. I finished this. Trying to model your D&D character. You doing some D&D stuff? Oops. There we go. And I forgot everything ZBrush. Do you have a tutorial or a few tips? You ask a tricky question. Let me see if I can think of anything. Let me think for a second. Alright. It should be that. Hold on. This was what I was working on, by the way. Nice cup. I'm only doing 1024, which is... I'm sort of selling it short a little bit. I mean, it's only 1024, but... not bad. There we go. Nice. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, no, I didn't do too much. We ended up problem solving because one of our team members, Jacob, was having the stupidest issue. Oh, I cannot get into that one because that one would be like a 1 hour long rant. And I worked on this butter, what do you call it, a butter churner. It's nice. I was pretty happy with this one, to be honest, as well. It's pretty good. Butter churn. ZBrush. I'm gonna need to refill my drink, but I'm maybe in time. No, I should be fine though. Fine to lane stream. Any tooltips? I mean, for one, my number one tooltip: as soon as you launch ZBrush, open one of these spheres, because then you don't have to deal with the fucking edit and then changing it over to make polymesh 3D and then go edit mode and then go, oh, it doesn't work. What else do I recommend? That saves time, but if you've already started, that's nothing burger. I mean, I feel like you are a better ZBrusher than I am. I've seen some of the crazy things you've done. Of course, there's the obvious, keep everything low res until you need to. You forgot everything. Keep everything low res. So when you divide it, you want to be, super low res. Do big details low res. When you are happy, move up a division, and then when you're happy, move up a division, and then, you're retaining your, you're not, like, it's a bit of workflow, because otherwise, if you go and start making big details here, stuff like that, it fucks around with stuff. So it's better to do the stuff here. Move up, but I'm sure you may remember that one. Make sure your Dynamesh and ZRemesh do this pretty often. What else? What else is there? Yeah, you want to do these often because you will get fucky geometry, which is no good. So yeah, do those often. I think ZRemesh more than Dynamesh. I forgot, but there's a specific rule set. It's like you shouldn't use Dynamesh and ZRemesh. Yeah. So if I remember correctly, it's rely more so on ZRemesh. ZRemesh is better to rely on, but if you have to, use Dynamesh. I think Dynamesh will give you... Hello, Ruben? Not much of a tutorial, to be honest. My ZBrush abilities are lacking. I feel like you'd almost be better than me. If I recall correctly, I guess, Ruben, by considering you're here, feel free to correct me if I misremember. Zero mesh is better because you're gonna get it. It like retains what do you call it? Like the whole polyflow of everything is significantly better than when you dynamesh, because of course you get weird as fucking geo. But then this retains information better, whereas zero mesh will delete. Not necessarily will delete, it can delete your geo, which is a no-no. So you have to be careful. Yeah. Let me see. Zero mesh, your beloved. Yeah. I don't know if this is gonna load. I feel like I deleted a lot of these. Okay. Probably most important tooltip that you need to know. Dory and Ruben knows this one firsthand. Make sure that you are consistently deleting in documents. I think it's documents and then ZBrush or something. Or maybe it's Maxon now or something. Yeah, Ruben's gonna know this one firsthand. So many people had that problem. Yes. Where is it? 150. Yeah, I can't remember where it is. You have to find the thing. But Ruben is right. It is 150 gigabytes. Like you gotta I gotta preface. As soon as you're messing with like more than like 100,000 points, it starts like every file size is like 300 megabytes. And then sometimes they go up to like 500 megabytes, like a gigabyte. And it's like, bear in mind, that's quick saves, okay? Not saves, quick saves. And your quick saves are like every 5 minutes or something. 5 to 10 minutes. So you work on a project over like a small amount of time. Even like you work on a project for like 2 hours straight. You know, you've probably just, 4 gigabytes later. Let me remember. So zero mesh, I think I got a really lucky one. I think I fixed up my settings, to be honest, for my zero mesh. Because I know that I was running into some major issues with it. I think it was, I must have fixed it, to be honest, actually. I recall I was having issues, with this little section here. It kept molding together. I can't remember I don't know why it's working so well now, to be honest. It kind of frustrates me because I know that I went through so much pain keeping it. Or maybe it was the Dynamesh. I don't think it was though. Nope. I don't know what it was then. Yeah, quick saves are... No. Dory was just working on a new project, so just... I think that's everything, really. I guess, maybe you have it, maybe you don't. Is your keybinds? It'll take you years, yeah. So, I think I have mine set to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, no, good luck on those. Good luck. That's like the territory that I don't like. I am not a fan of here cards. I am not a fan. There's some really, really good stuff. Actually, ironically, I found some here card stuff. Let me see if I can find them. You're so weird. Okay, hear me out. You're not making the here cards. The thing that I got, nope. It was just I just downloaded free here cards. I gotta keep it real. Yeah, here we go. I just found free here cards, and I'm like, yo. Let me see if I can find it. See if this auto links. It doesn't want to auto link. Frustrating. Filler. Maybe cut out? I can't remember. Oh, there we go. That cut out. Yeah, I found this. Callback faces, there we go. Of course, if I plugged in the rest of them, it would look probably a bit better, but I think you get the picture. Not bad. I think on ArtStation, just search up Alma Studio, and you can find a couple there. On on ArtStation, yeah. Yeah. Hold on, let me quickly upload this. Okay, let's quickly push that. Should be on my website up to date now. Just gotta be careful with what I put on. Oh, I didn't finish with what I was saying earlier, Dory. So, I had just too much random shit, and then this is probably it. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, I was gonna say that was the male one, so I think it's that was this one, and I think there's 2 males and 1 female. Pretty good. Yeah. Which went on to that, and then because of course we're gonna need full-on portfolios and stuff, and the issue, the issue that I run into is I want to keep this stuff here because it's like I can sort of see progressionally how much I've gotten better. Like I see these things and I'm like, poo. And then I see this stuff and I'm like, okay, we're getting better, we're getting better, we're getting better. But then obviously I can't show this to a studio and go like, hire me. And they're like, wow, this is the level of quality that you can make. Embarrassing. And then also these are not game ready, to preface. These are not game ready either. So too much shit. I did try a featured, which is just like some of the top things that I've made, I think. But even then, like, it's just a bit of a pain. And then there's like you cannot control a lot of this sort of stuff. So, and then, so I ended up moving over to my own website, which I went to, I think, Google Sites. I made one. And then until recently when I messaged, I changed it. But this was my site prior. And then this one is just a pain keeping up to date. It's like, it's just like, what do you call it? You run into, here's a bunch, I did make a bunch of materials which now are no longer available. I had a whole asset trove, a small list of assets. But yeah, oops, projects, there we go. And then I was uploading stuff to here and that was kind of fine, but then there's like, this is like, I gotta preface, a pain to upload and set up, like no control. I wish I did JPGs instead of PNGs because these are massive. Yeah, like you run into issues like the cropping for some of these is just terrible. But it does support Marmoset. And yeah, kind of poo. So, massive improvement. I don't think it's up to date now. Let's see if it's finally. It is up to date. Hey, the wooden cup's up. That was quick. But then it's a pain to deal with. So, oh well. Some of it's a pain to set up, but it's worth it in the end. Nope. It's 9:47. FYI for any of you two who are watching, or anybody else who may be watching that is MDS, I believe if you're doing surveys, you have to get them in by the end of this weekend. I could be wrong. I was having a chat with my team members, and apparently that's the case. Which is kind of soon. So if you guys are doing surveys, Make sure to make them soon. I will quickly add that final thing. Actually, I've been writing up my essay, and then I need to do my hypothesis. I think tomorrow. It's end of week 12. Oh, you don't have to. You're not doing Survey Nation W. It's not end of week 12. You're talking to the teacher. Oh, really? Wait, which one were you talking to? Sophia or Teese? TC. Because I think the teachers... Oh, really? TC told Lydia that it was the Sunday. I'm pretty sure. Which is like, okay. We're getting interesting information. What week is it? Week 9, week 10. It's week 10 going into week 11. Oh wow. I will still send mine out because I want to get mine sent out. If hopefully they'll send mine out. I want to get my feedback soon because then I can finish it sooner. You know what I mean? So I'll see if I can do that. Yours is done. Mine's done as well. No, mine's not done, but mine's almost done. I just gotta add. I think I'm just adding this one more thing. Oh, I got it green. I've finished my interactive piece, which is fine. It's nothing special. Feels it. Builds. The only issue is I'm using a big brain to get it working, and then there's repercussions. But I guess there's no real way of fixing the repercussions when it runs. Right, loading. Man, this is like the slowest it's ever loaded. Okay, to be fair, it was running really badly on stream the other day ago, so this is like really bad performance-wise. It was, yeah. At least it's running. I was trying to run it on stream actually the other day ago, and it was my thing was running at 10 FPS. I thought it was gonna crash my PC. This is my scene 1. Pro stream. Per scene, not stream. So what are we running at then? I usually run at 90 FPS on this one. 1 FPS. Yeah, stream's definitely not helping. I don't know why it's not working. Wait, and then I got a switcher. Yeah, this is a lot slower on stream, not gonna lie. I gotta make sure that when people are testing, participants are testing, they're not streaming it. Because this is gonna run too bad. So we got this, scene 2, scene 3. Thank you, Dory. Thank you, Dory. I'm not happy with these lights though, but it is what it is. Scene 3, and then scene 4. Nice. That's the job. Even though they're matching, I couldn't care less, to be honest. I don't know. Oh, that's why. Okay, that would explain why it was running badly. I had 2 games open. I was like, wow, that's extra bad. Yeah, do not run 2 games at the same time. Yeah, I mean, I didn't do that good with the things weren't that special, to be honest. The lights, they look extra bad in Unreal for some reason. Let me see. It was a 5-minute job. I do have to be honest. It was a 5-minute job because I'm like, the people are not going to look at the lights. They weren't that bad. Yeah, the metal looks a lot better here. Whereas the metal in there, it's just kind of poo-poo. So it's like, oh, okay. The worst. But, oh well. It's dude, like fucking flashbang. No, yeah, I added a warning because we had to do those ethical things. I'm like, what happens if people get epilepsy from the red flashing light? Oh, I don't want that to happen. Then I added controls, and people know how to get through it because survey, interactive piece. And then all I gotta really do is I'm exploring. So there's something interesting that I found out. I did not know this. I guess it makes sense when you really think about it, but this was not something that I actually knew. So you guys get to learn something new about lighting. By using high key lights, King Tobuscus, it's time for you to part ways with you. No! Okay, Dory. We'll be missing you. Thank you for the entertaining stream as per usual. I appreciate you popping by, Dory. Catch you tomorrow. But you have a good rest of your night, eh? Hell yeah. Catch you tomorrow, Chief. Or the next day. Or the next. I'm kind of depressed. I'll be kind of crying. You too. You have a good one. Bye. But yeah, about the lighting. So using high key lights. So low contrast. What the fuck? Don't cry. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. No, sorry. No. but the thing with the high key lights is is they actually make a level, or at least participant. I'm double checking this with my as well, but in that in their project that they were doing, smirk with the meow cat. They found that it actually made things seem wider, like rooms seem wider and stuff. Whereas low key lighting, so high contrast, makes players feel like a room's smaller, tighter, and stuff like that. I attribute that to the fact that you can see less of the scene because of the lights and the contrast. So because you see less of the scene, even though the scene is just as big, it actually feels smaller because there's a lot less scene, like visible, which is kind of interesting. Pro gamer strat. To be fair, Tori, I will be ending stream very, very shortly though. I had a bit of a headache. So I'm going to be ending the stream. Yeah. That's my form, my survey. I think it's alright. It's really, really basic, but I don't have too much to ask, to be honest. I'm only asking is... The only things I'm asking is if the person gets immersed? What? Here, did you Panadol? I Panadol. Probably 12 sections? Wait, as in each of these are sections? Or like yours is like a whole lot more than this? I did Panadol. I think, what is Panadol? 3 hours? Or is it 4 hours between Panadol? You'll be the first one? Hell yeah. I wish you could send it out to actual people. I understand why the teacher's doing it, but it's like quadruple the size. What the fuck kind of questions? Okay. In fairness, half of mine is the fact that they actually apply in. You know what I mean? But quadruple the size? 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours. Sag. I'd be another hour away, pretty much. Oh, a bit over now. Make sure to take 2 every 4 hours. Yeah. To be honest, I'll probably be asleep if I can. I'll probably be asleep before then. Otherwise, just take ibuprofen or something. I took because they're different shit. You know what I mean? Skull them all. I might just a short one though. I am kind of worried. I'm like, it's kind of short, but then again, I'm not asking too much. Like, you know, use 3 words to describe how the lighting made you feel. Did the lighting emerge you? Hey Zen, you popped in at like the worst times in. I'm like ending stream very, very shortly. You have to wake up at 4 a.m. Dude, I am not as powerful as you, Dory. I have to be honest. My willpower is like drained. Right, so while you're here, I'll show you some new models that I was working on. Then, how about that? That will make up for the fact that I'm about to end stream. Let me see. I'll show the 2 that I worked on today. We did butter churner this morning. We're doing like a old like medieval scene. So we got the nice butter churner. Snazzy. Well, I was kind of hit or miss about doing like a rubber like handle, but I don't know. I stuck with it. Who cares? Either rubber or wooden, but then I felt like it was too wooden. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, much wood. This is pretty nice. W champ. And then we got a wooden cup. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was a pretty quick texture job. I have some really, really good presets and stuff. And then we got this nice cup, which I was doing some renders and adding to my website for. Which is pretty good. Like, bear in mind, it's like a small asset that's going to be like in the corner. So it's like, I'm doing 1024 because we love the resolution. Textile density type shit. So, pretty good. Pretty snazzy. I was pretty happy with this one as well, so that's why I added it to my website. So we got some nice renders, as you can see. So this one a little bit weird because it's a little bit too lit, the dust, but oh well. That's the actual what it's gonna look like in the game, but then I ended up doing like a 4K render, which is nice. But yeah. The most cursed. What is that? Alright, I'm just gonna send the most cursed thing. Alright, I might have to end stream now though. It's 10 p.m. Just trying to think if there's like any minor things that I can do on stream. Oh, I don't think so. Yeah. It's gonna be reading my book, I think. I can't read my book on stream, unfortunately, otherwise I'd do that on stream. That'd be the most boring stream ever, though. Okay, to be fair, I did question. I wouldn't do it, but I did question. I'd be intrigued to know what the legality, not because I would do it, I'd be intrigued to know the legality of reading like out loud on stream. Because let's just say, I don't know, let me grab a book. Whatever, this book. Let's say I read like this, right? Out loud. Where do you go? Like, it's my voice, I'm reading it. Please do an audiobook. Dude, I'm like the worst speaker, so I'd never do it. And I'm like, every 5 seconds, breath, you know. But, like, what's the legality? I'm just intrigued, you know what I mean? It's not, I didn't write the book, so is it like copyrighted even if I'm not showing the book, you know what I mean? I'm just reading it. Where does the legality stand? That interests me, I don't know. Not that I would do an audiobook, but I'm just intrigued. What? Oh, my deep breath. You're done. But yeah, I got the in stream though. I'm just thinking. Just think. But yeah, let me see. I can see them. I was spamming them as well. But yeah, let me see. I probably won't be streaming again until next Thursday, the usual schedule, Thursday, Friday. I probably won't do any more videos either. Honestly, I don't know. I did one recent one, Rhizome tutorial. So anybody who wants to learn Rhizome, that was me. Okay, I was spamming some other ones. I was spamming some other ones. But yeah, I did a video. So if you guys want to learn Rhizome, go check out the video. But otherwise, I don't think I have anything else I got planned. I have some big stuff coming up soon. Maybe I do something with a week's time. We've got the new KCD DLC coming out. Maybe I stream that. Probably not, to be honest. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe some more KCD stream though. And then I got some big stuff coming up soon. Some software. Dory, check out. I don't know if you've heard of Nomad Sculpt, but that one's coming over to Desktop Zone. So I'd say probably in the next couple of weeks to about a month. So maybe when that releases, I'll probably make like a video, and then maybe I make a video if I can figure that one out. And then some more Jenga stuff. That one's gonna be a pain because I gotta be ahead of everybody. I gotta be genius when it comes to releasing the update. But the issue is the update is gonna be like midnight or something for me. I don't want to be up at midnight doing it, so I'll see if I can make a quick video when I wake up. But everybody else will be on to it, you know what I mean? So I'll probably be a little late, but I don't know. Hopefully it's fine. Nomad D's nuts. But yeah. Well, I think I'll probably leave it there. I don't know. We'll see. If I can think of anything, maybe I stream in the weekend. Probably not, but maybe. If I make any more models and stuff, maybe I end up doing that if I'm not like dying or anything. But yeah. I appreciate you guys coming in and saying hi and chatting. So yeah, I appreciate you coming by and chatting, Dory. Dory the boss. Thanks for popping by and chatting, Ruben and Jin. Thank you for the stream, Mr. Tabasco. Thank you. But yeah, and thank you guys whoever lurks and stuff like that. I appreciate you guys lurking. And yeah, have a good one. Red card. We'll see you guys next week. Laters.